Who's that guy?
That's Collins. He's filming season 2 of Cone of Shame.
Where's Steven?
He moved to Hollywood. He had to quit the cone.
Wait, you can quit the cone?
Never. Unless, you have stuff that you have to do or, like a job thing. Hey, let's talk about keeping cats happier on their way to the vet.
And now, the vet who hisses at anybody who tries to touch him, Dr. Andy Roark.
So, how do we make cats happier when they go to the vet?
We'll let the cat pick out any toy at the pet store.
We'll play the cat's favorite Taylor Swift album.
No and no. Here are my top 5 tips. Most cats don't like parties. They just stand in the corner and look awkward. They would much rather slink in to the vet clinic unnoticed than to have a bunch of people and dogs barking and a bunch of other stuff going on. So the best thing we can do to help them out is go when that stuff is not happening. Try to set up an appointment around the middle of the day or the early afternoon when things are traditionally slower at the vet clinic. If you have some flexibility, just ask the person you make an appointment with what time he or she thinks would be quiet in the clinic and book then. If you have even more flexibility, you should try yoga. If you're one of those unfortunate people who has a job thing and you can't just come in whenever, maybe call into work with a fever. A fever for cat health! That's right, there are pheromones and nutritional supplements that actually work to decrease stress and anxiety in cats. I'm going to tell you about 3 that you should check out. The first is a synthetic pheromone for cats that I recommend and use myself. It really helps me calm down and relax in the evenings. It's called Feel Away, and for trips to the vet, I recommend getting the spray and spraying down beddings and blankets in the carrier so that we can reduce anxiety. I sprayed on my own white coat before I see feline patients. The trick is to apply it about 30 minutes before you need it so that it can dry. In my experience, it just works better this way. The 2 nutritional supplements are called Angstane and Zilkine, and these are over-the-counter supplements that are approved for use in cats. I have used them both and had success with both. Which one you choose really depends on which end of the alphabet you prefer. Just to be clear, these pheromones and nutritional supplements are not powerful behavioral drugs that will knock your cat out or radically change their behavior. They're just made to reduce anxiety a little bit and take the edge off. Essentially, they're kind of like a nice glass of Merlot after a hard day at work. If your cat doesn't have a medical condition like diabetes that stops you from moving meals around, then withholding food can be a great trick. Just skip the meal before you go to the vet, or if your cats just aren't having it, then try to do a smaller meal, and then when you get to the vet clinic, break out the food or treats to really make them happy. If you take a hungry cat to the vet and then you and the vet give really good treats, we can make the vet clinic a much nicer place to be. Unless your cat's last name is Kardashian, he absolutely does not want to be trotted out like King Kong in front of New York City. So, just take the cat carrier and make sure you keep it covered with a blanket. This will decrease the number of scary things that your cat sees, mute the sounds of the outside world, and make sure that he feels more secure. Just make sure you leave one end open so that we've got some good airflow. Also, don't put your cat carrier on the car seat. If you stop suddenly, they'll go flying inside of a box. And surprisingly, this makes them less trusting of the box in the future. Put the cat carrier behind the seats, the driver or passenger, on the floorboard. Bring great treats. Figure out what type of treats your cat loves that won't upset his stomach. I use all sorts of commercial cat foods, and sometimes I use the cat's own food if he really loves it, and sometimes even I'll break out the squeeze cheese. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a good time. You learned something. I had a lot of fun, as usual. If you're not getting Cone of Shame emailed to you, I'd like to do that for you. I really would. I've got links to sign up coming your way. Check out in the description, and hopefully I'll see you again very soon. But until then, let's be the people that our pets deserve.
This episode of Cone of Shame brought to you by DVM 360.